Travel World Online team had an interview with Nandini Chakraborty, Secretary Tourism West Bengal. She said,
Late 2025, participants have come from each and every corner of the country, as well as we have a significant overseas participation. And we thank ICPB to actually team up with the West Bengal government and the tourism department and to structure this during the Bengal Global Business Summit. This year, we decided to focus on MICE tourism because we see that there is a huge potential for this sector to grow as it is growing in the entire country and in the world. And because we have a very good, robust MICE infrastructure, which you would have seen by now, and we also have the right ecosystem to actually make it happen, MICE remains a very, very important vertical of tourism because a person who comes for a business session or a conference will always want to actually go out of the hotel infrastructure to go and navigate the ecosystem of the particular place and have a look at the tourism potential or tourism narratives that are present. So that is how we are also going to focus on the tourism narratives. The state, of course, every nook and corner of Bengal has a story. So if you tell us what is the sector that we focus on, it's very difficult to just pinpoint one particular sector. It's a state which is bordered by the Himalayas in the north and the Sundarbans in the south. So there is every place has a story. So whether it's a colonial heritage of Bengal, whether it is the ecological, the places that you have Himalayas and the Sundarbans, both being UNESCO World Heritage Sites, whether it is the festivals of Bengal, of course, with Durga Puja having received the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage tag, there is an immense potential everywhere, including food, including music, including culture. So we would like to, of course, focus on them separately, and MICE kind of brings all of it together. That is the reason why the government decided to concentrate on MICE tourism in this BGBS. We also concentrate on the sustainable tourism. As a result, homestays which have come up in Bengal, we are the largest homestay or registered homestay state in the country. We have about more than 5,300 homestays, and many of them came up during post-COVID when people didn't want to go into hotels and wanted to stay in more sustainable options. So that is one segment we are concentrating on. River tourism also remains very important for us. In fact, the oldest and the largest cruise operator, Antara Raj by Mr. Raj Singh, is also started from here. It goes across Bangladesh and then comes back. So river tourism also remains a very, very important focus for us. To the rest of the country and also overseas, is the fastest growing airport in the country. It's also expanding, so there are more terminals coming up. Siliguri is the gateway to the whole of North Bengal, also to the northeast of the country. And the G20 summit, a couple of sessions were held in North Bengal. Siliguri was the place where people stayed. There are many delegates who stayed also in Kurseong and Kalimpong. So yes, Siliguri remains a very important sector. Siliguri is getting about 10 luxury hotels which are coming up in 25-26 in Siliguri itself. So obviously, people who are getting these hotels this is a wise financial decision for them. So Siliguri is an important MICE destination. Now we will look forward to a big convention facility coming up there, whether through government involvement or through PPP or through private partnership. That is something that the government is seriously looking into.
A couple of things. What are the mega tourism projects that you are placing at this BBDS for investors to look at and invest?
No. This year we have only focused on MICE.
Okay.
We have only focused on MICE. That has been our primary area of actually importance, and we decided to use this forum only to focus on MICE.
What other cities you are planning for MICE?
So the other two cities, Asansol, Durgapur, Digha. We already have a lot of MICE events happening there. So Digha also has a convention facility that you must have seen it in our AVs. And in Durgapur and Asansol, a lot of medical conferences are already happening.
Any targeted investment that you are looking at through this BBDS in the tourism sector, the quantum of investment or anything of that sort?
No, the MOUs that we have signed have been with the buyers. And this will, of course, span out in the next few months as to whether how many conferences we do get. we look at the outcome of this MICE conclave to be at least a minimum of 50 events next year, international events happening here.
No, any quantum investment as in convention centers or hotels, hospitality sector?
No, hotels already we are having 40 new hotels coming up with an investment of 5,770 crores in the next 2 years. But that is just one part of it.
Which are the major brands which are investing or real estate companies?
You'll get to know. You'll get to know.
Okay.
But all of them are luxury hotels,
Okay.
including the hotel that you are standing here.
Ma'am, as the year 2025 has just started, what are your visions related to MICE and
So I just mentioned, yes.
ma'am, any specific marketing
MICE is going to propel. I've been in tourism for a bit. It's another portfolio that I have, and other than the home department. I look at MICE being actually the fueling agency for actually bringing in a huge tourism development in the country.
Money to support the MICE operators to bring in MICE, because you need to support
Any incentive?
incentives. We are offering
Nothing fiscal that we are offering right now.
ma'am, any specific marketing strategy, I mean, in plans in comparison to other states? For the MICE?
Now, but what are the other states doing for MICE promotion? We did one MICE conclave. We just about finished today. So I think this was a promotion, strategy for us. And we will try to. We are very active on the social media platform, West Bengal. In fact, we have about 14 lakh followers on Facebook or Twitter hashtag.
So any particular industry or industries which you feel that bring MICE events into looking at
medical, engineering. These are the two major segments which bring in a lot of MICE events happening here. The numbers are more in medical, and you have that the catchment available in India. So if you want to do a 5,000 doctors conference, you need to have 5,000 doctors. So that is what we were trying to understand, that in Singapore you can do it. Maybe you have better facilities, but that you need to have that catchment to actually train them or build them. That is there in India. I will not speak just for Bengal. It is there in our country. So that is how these events will come to India. And we have more than 2,200 kilometers of coastline. So that is of course always there. But now the entire strategy or trajectory of tourism is moving to something more specific. So you need to get tourists here. You anyways have tourists here. In fact, we have had a 24% increase in the number of tourist footfall in 2024 over 2023. So that people are coming. Notwithstanding the fact we still don't have a direct connect to Europe or to the US.
So that's what I wanted to ask you, considering largely the connectivity currently internationally with Southeast Asia. So are you looking at that?
Oh yes. That is the primary focus for us.
Okay.
As was also mentioned yesterday by the Honorable Chief Minister, connectivity is something that we are looking forward to. We used to have to connect to London and to Frankfurt, but we would want to revive that and see that we have better connectivity.
Right, ma'am.
Thank you
so much.
You are watching Travel World Online.